Hey friends, welcome back to Mustard Seed Homesteading. If you're new to my channel, my name is Megan and I'm so glad that you're here. What we're going to do today is go through these binders. I'm going to show you how I organize my seeds to make my life a lot easier. There's many different ways to organize your seeds, but I'm just going to share with you what works best for me. So let's get started. Now, before we get into all of this, I thought I'd show you my little garden spot in my closet under my stairs because I do need my own little section so that I can be organized, because without organization, I don't function. So I bought this little teeny desk and chair. I don't sit in here a whole lot, but when I do and I need this space to sit down, it's really nice to have it here. And I am waiting for a magnetic dry erase board. There's the magnets right there. And those are my potato seeds that I'm waiting to get, for more sprouts to be put on there so I can go plant them come spring. Those already have a bunch of eyes on them. These are starting to grow. These I actually bought at the grocery store. They're organic. You can see they're already starting to sprout right here. And then I also purchased more from MI Gardener. I'm really hoping to have a huge potato harvest. So I just want to give you a little quick glimpse of my little garden office before we go ahead and get into this. So let me pull these out and I'm going to show you exactly how I organize. I do want to quickly add before I take these out, because they are in order, and I do plan to label these. I just haven't figured out because sometimes I switch up seeds, but I do have these in order alphabetically, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a second. So I went ahead and pulled out all the binders and I opened all of them up so you can get a quick look at them all open. I will go through them so you can see how I ordered them, or put them in order, I mean. And what I used to do is I had all these seeds in bins and they were alphabetical order, but it was just hard to kind of shuffle through, and I wanted to be able to open something that I could flip open and I could read the back real quick and also see what the seed was. And so I came up with this idea. Now I purchased these binders in these, in different colors so that I could differentiate the difference between the binders. I probably could have gotten all one color and just label them, but at the time that's what I was thinking of doing. And so I went ahead and got different colors. I will try to, hopefully these binders are still available, because I want to say these are like 2-inch binders. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will try to link those in the description if they're still available. And then I will also link these in the description below if they're still available. So I went ahead and I started looking for something, and I found this little 4-pocket protector for your garden seeds. And I just thought it was brilliant because that way I could just pull out a binder. I know this binder it starts with, A all the way down the alphabet. And so I could just pull one out for whatever it is I'm looking for and kind of shift through. It also helps me as I'm looking through this to know, what do I have? Okay, how many different carrots do I have? Okay, I have plenty of Scarlet Nantes. So, do I want to try a different variety this next year? Look, I bought so much Scarlet Nantes, if I'm saying that correctly. And so it helps me to also know what I already have so that I'm not buying extra of that, or I can try different varieties. So let's go ahead and flip through some of these so that you have an idea of how I organize them. So let's go ahead quickly, and I'm just going to show you starting from A. So I have just asparagus, so that's why it's over here in the sleeve. And then we have your green beans. And so I just put a whole bunch of, most of these are bush green beans, but I don't separate bush from the vining green beans. Sometimes that does happen, which is a little bit of annoying, but it's not a big deal. This is a lot better than the binders that I had. And then after the beans we've got your beets right here, and then we go into broccoli, and then there's some Brussels sprouts, and then cabbages, and then we come over here. I threw dragon fruit. I have not tried growing this. I should try growing this year though. And then we have carrots. I'm not really sure why I put the melon here. I'm sure it was for a reason. You know what? It's probably because these are probably the only two I have, probably. And I stuck it next to the dragon fruit, so I didn't forget about it. And then we have our carrots, we have corn, and then we have our cucumbers. And then this is where I wanted to kind of show you my reasoning for why I put them in order the way that I did. So after cucumber, I don't believe I had anything D, although I probably could have put that dragon fruit over here, but I have it up there because I didn't want to miss it. And we have Swiss chard. So I put chard as in for C instead of the S. So the next one would be F. And so what I did was I just put all flowers under F. That's just the way that I did it so that I knew all the flowers were together. I did not alphabeticalize certain flowers. I did just all flowers. And then after the flowers came the sunflowers, and then I tried keeping all of the sunflowers together. I miss sunflowers, you guys, so much. I cannot wait for the summer garden. So anyway, so then that's flowers. And then over here after F is what, G? I don't think I have anything. No, I don't. So G-H, H as in herbs. There's one sunflower though. And so what I did was then I put herbs. I put basil under herbs. And I could have put B for over there with beans, but I look at it as an herb. So now all I have are all of the different herbs. And I did try to put the basil in order so that the basil was together. And I would put those in order. And then that's what I did. So I put all the herbs in one spot, cilantro, parsley, and then after herbs came kale. And then after the kale, K is lettuce. So then we have all of our lettuces, all of the lettuces. Oh my gosh, it's making me really hungry. Look at how beautiful those look. And then after L, we have, let's see, M and N. I don't think I have any M or N. And so I do have a rice here. I just put that in the pocket because I only have one rice and I didn't want to forget about it. And then you have all your onions. And so we have onions here, and then we have peppers, and then we have quinoa or pumpkin, then quinoa, and then we have your radishes. And I just went in order, and then S for squashes. And then we have, oh, I have Swiss chard over here. I need to move that. Look at that. And then after the squash and the tomatoes, there's more tomatoes. And then after the tomatoes comes the water. Well, we got like turnips. Let's see here. We got turnips, and then we have, so it's pretty much just in order, you guys. And I just wanted to show this to you because it really does help to have your stuff organized, especially if you start to buy a lot of seeds. And honestly, like I've had times where I absolutely forgot that I purchased seeds. And so having these in order has been extremely helpful. Now, what I do want to point out is all of these seeds have not been opened. So these are brand new packets of seeds. And so what I do then is once I take a packet of seeds out and I use it, then what I do is I organize the used seeds and I keep the brand new seeds separate from seed packets that I've already used. And I'm going to show you how I organize those two to keep those separate. All right, you guys, that Swiss chard was bothering me. So we're going to put this in here together. And then, let's see, Ford Hook Giant, that's the newest one. You see, sometimes I will triple it if it is the same one. And if the binder is not super thick, then I will triple it up like that. So I can't do this with one hand. But I wanted to show you how nice it is and how easy it is. Yeah, I'm making this real easy, you guys, aren't I? Okay, look at that. Look at, it's not even in there. Oh my gosh, am I like laughing at myself right now? Okay, here we go. I'm getting really good at one hand everything. Okay, so sometimes I will just put 3 in a pocket, although since we do have an extra pocket, I'm just gonna switch this one up here, but I'm not going to bore you guys to death. I'm just gonna switch it real quick, but I wanted to show you, I went ahead and I switched it. So over here back in my little garden office, I'm gonna show you how I separate the seed packets that I have already opened. So what I did was I separated the warm weather crops versus the cool weather crops. And then I went ahead and also separated seeds that I had saved, cool weather crops, versus I have the warm ones up here because we're, you know, it's winter time right now. So I put it up here. And so that way I was able to keep them separated from cool weather versus warm weather. It just helps me to keep things really organized because I don't want to be flipping through warm weather crop packets when it's obviously winter time right now. So let me show you real quick how I have it. I love these containers. These are like perfect size. And a lot of these, let's see, a lot of these containers are what I use from the very beginning. I love that it keeps them covered. And then of course, what's really nice about my little garden office down here is that there's no windows. It's kept dark. I do have a thermometer here just to keep an eye on the temperature. It's pretty good in here. It doesn't get super hot or super cold. So it's good for the seeds, which is why I picked this little spot for my seed section in my little garden office. But you can see that I just put all of my warm weather crops or warm weather seeds in here. And I try to keep these in order as well so that I can say, okay, if I want a basil or I want a bean, it's up here. If I want to come back here to find, you know, an herb or peppers, they're going to all be in order for me. And so that's how I was able to do that, as well as let's show this, as well as the cool weather crop. I was able to just kind of put these all in order. Now, to further keep myself organized so I know what I planted, this is what I do. So as I just said, I put the warm weather crops, warm weather seeds here, the cool weather seeds here. Then what I do is when I'm ready to plant cool weather crops, I will come in here, grab the ones that I want, and then I will put it in this basket so I know that these seeds have already been planted. And the reason I do that is, let's say I go and plant a few seeds of, we'll just use sugar snap peas, which I actually do need to replant some of these because, well, they didn't germinate. So what I can do now is take this out with me. See how nice this is? Dollar Tree right here. So I can take this out and I know that I've already planted them. And so I can come over here and I can grab those out of this basket, take this out to the garage or outside with me, and I could go ahead and replant those. So all the seeds that I've already planted are already in here. And so it helps me to kind of keep separated. Plus, it allows me to know what I have not planted versus what I already have planted. So if I want to plant something different, I can just go in here. And so that's how I keep that separated. Now, when the cool weather season is over, I will put all of these back in here. And then I will put that away, and then I will bust this out and I will pull out the ones that I want to plant. And then I will put this in here and I will take this out to the garage or out into the garden and then go ahead and use my seeds. I hope that's not confusing. For me, this is what works. It just helps me to keep things organized so I know what's been used and what has not been used. Something I also do want to show you is this tape. So when I first started gardening, I noticed that when you would open the flap, you know, sometimes the stickiness, you can just stick it back, but some packets were really difficult. And so I found this tape on Amazon because regular tape would just be way too sticky. I'm sure you know what I mean. But I found this tape, and what it allows you to do is it stays sticky, but you can open it and you can re-stick it. Now this is pretty dirty, but that has been very helpful for me. Now, some seed packets, I really don't need to put it on there, but some of them I really do, and it's been really helpful. So I do want to show that to you. Like I said, I'm going to try to link that in the description below in case you want to get that. It has been very helpful for me when it comes to re-sticking some of the seed packets back so that seeds don't fall out, because I've had some really tiny seeds fall out and that is no fun. So just wanted to show this to you as well. Now this over here, if you saw my seeds on top of it, I love this thing. I learned about this from other YouTube videos when I started gardening because I'm all about organization. But this is actually a little photo container for your photos. And I use this more for summer, not so much for spring or cool weather, but who knows? Sometimes I change my mind about stuff and I may end up using it for spring or winter, but mostly for summer. So now that we're approaching having to start seed soon, what I'll do is I will put a little sticky here of a date, maybe starting like February, March and stuff. I know right now I need to be planting onion seeds, but I will put in the seed packets, you know, peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, and I'll write the week of when I need to plant it. And so what I'll do is I will come over here and I will take this out, take it to the garage and go start my seeds. And then I will leave this in here. And then once I'm done starting seed, I will transport all the rest of these seeds into this right here. So then that way I can just take the whole thing out in case I need to replant any seeds for any reason. And over here, if you've seen this, this is pretty much just some garden information that I put together. This binder right here is my reference binder of vegetables and how to grow, pretty much in alphabetical order. So if I need to reference something for broccoli or cabbage, I could just pull this out. This has been really nice to have. Let me know if you want me to do a separate video on this and just the information that I've gathered for references. I'd be happy to do that as well. I do have some books here, but I also have a whole lot more upstairs. I was thinking about bringing them all down here, but I haven't decided. Something with me when it comes to organizing is I'll organize one way and then I'm like, okay, this isn't working, so I'm going to reorganize it this way. And I've done that before, but that's pretty much what is here. And so, yeah, it's been extremely helpful. All right, friends, I went over here and sat in front of my Christmas tree that we haven't put away yet, even though Christmas has been over. But I just wanted to say that I hope that by me sharing with you how I organize my seeds helped you in some way or inspired you to organize your seeds in a way that works best for you. I know when I first started gardening, I was trying to figure out the best system that would work for me. And I watched a couple of different garden videos. Now, in my home, everything is super organized. I'm just a very organized person, if you can't tell already with just my garden alone. But I wanted to figure out a system that worked best for me. Now, while I did, like I said, watch other YouTubers and how they organized their seeds, it was helpful. But ultimately, I had to figure out what worked best for me as well as my space. So my goal with this video is just to share what I do and the system behind the reason why I organize it the way that I do, in hopes that it will help you to either figure out a way that works best for you and start giving you some ideas, or that maybe the way I organize is something that you would like to do as well. So either way, my goal is just to share with you so that I can help you, because it really is helpful to have your garden stuff as organized as you can. Nothing's gonna be perfect. Sometimes I have seed packets in the wrong spot. As you saw, the Swiss chard was in the wrong spot, or, you know, things kind of get lost or moved around and I forget because life does get busy. But I try to stay as organized as possible because it does help me. So I hope it helped you too. Well, friends, I just want to say thank you for stopping by and spending a little bit of time in my garden office and going over how I organize my seeds. I really do love it when you come by and hang out with me. I appreciate you all stopping by all the time, and I really look forward to seeing you all next time. And always remember, friends, be encouraged, stay encouraged, and always stay inspired. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.